The second general exception to liability in tort is act of God. So, act of God exactly means there are certain circumstances which human prudence is not bound to recognize the possibility when do they occur, such as calamities where the consequence won by the elementary forces of nature, which are unconnected with the agency of any man. So, for example, falling of a tree, or a flash of lightning, or a tornado, or a flood, or an earthquake, etc. These are such events which are not under the control of any agency of man, and they are beyond the human prudence to recognize the possibility when do they occur. So, the essential defense of act of God as regarding liability in tort are: number one, event causing damage by natural forces without any human intervention, and secondly, such possibility could not be recognized by reasonable care and foresight. And now we'll discuss about the leading case, I.Greenock Corporation versus Caledonian Railway Company, 1933, which was decided by the King's Bench, and where it was held that any such possibility of natural calamities could not be recognized by any reasonable care and foresight, so it is beyond the human prudence, and as it could not be recognized the possibility, so this falls under act of God's. So there particularly it would be an exception to a liability in case of in tort. The second important case is Nicholas versus Marsland in 1875, where the House of Lords held that the defendant constructed 3 artificial lakes which were fed by a natural stream, and those artificial lakes were well constructed and adequate measures were taken by all circumstances. But those were destroyed by heavy rainfall and which caused damage to the plaintiff's bridge, and there it was held by the House of Lords that as it falls under the natural calamities and those were beyond the control of human or any agency of man, and it is also beyond human prudence regarding these possibilities, so there it was taken as an exception which was falling under act of God. And in our third leading case, that was relating to Blyth versus Birmingham Water Works Company of 1856, the King's Bench decided that regarding the main pipes which were laid down by the defendant with all directions according to the statute, but these are burst due to severe frost, and the waters escaped and caused damage to the plaintiff's property. So here it was held that as the very pipes laid down by the Birmingham Water Works Company were taken with all necessary direction as stipulated under the statute, but due to natural calamities, that is severe frost, which destroyed those pipes, so the very waters escaped and caused damage to the plaintiff. So it falls under natural calamities or under the elementary forces of nature which are unconnected with any agency of man and which are beyond the recognition of human prudence when it would happen. So this falls under the exception under act of God. So in the above three important leading cases, it was decided that whenever anything happens beyond the control of human agency or it is beyond the recognition of human prudence, when it would happen regarding the possibility of such thing unknown to the human and it is beyond the control of human beings and it falls under the elementary forces of nature such as natural calamities as of falling of a tree or flash of lightning or a tornado or a flood or an earthquake, etc. So this particular general exception, that is act of God, is available to determine liability in torts.